Maya Williams froze mid-step. She wasn't due in the hallway for another 20 minutes. Dawn kept the house hushed, and she liked it that way, when footsteps were soft and secrets slipped out. But tonight the study door stood ajar, and Elaine Walsh's voice drifted through, crisp, surgical, and in Russian. Maya understood every syllable. Her grandmother had drilled the language into her at 12. Words might shield you better than fists. She hadn't believed it then. She believed it now. Inside, the voices dropped lower but sharpened. "Richard always sails alone," Mark Petro said, accent thick, amused. "Before sunrise. Storm's coming." "We wait till he clears the second channel," Elaine answered, dry as bone. "They'll blame the weather." "I grieve. We restructure. You take the board. I take everything else." Maya's pulse hammered against her ribs. Richard Walsh, tech titan, polite even with a coffee-stained mug, was Elaine's husband. She pressed the microfiber cloth to her chest like a shield and eased closer. "They'll think it was the storm," Mark murmured. Crystal clinked. Richard's locked decanter opened for celebration. A floorboard sighed beneath Maya's shoe. Silence snapped shut behind the door. She melted into the laundry corridor before anyone looked. By sunrise, she had scoured the kitchen backsplash twice, hands moving while her mind raced. "Tell him. No one will believe the maid. You heard enough." The kitchen TV flickered with a hurricane warning for the Florida Keys. Richard's annual solo sale. She had ironed the jacket he'd worn the day he muttered, "Clears my head." If she stayed silent, he'd be gone in 72 hours. That afternoon, Richard passed her in the hall, sleeves rolled, tie askew, exhaustion carved into his face. He paused. "Maya, right?" She nodded, hands hidden. "Yes, sir." He studied her a beat too long, then muttered thanks for the towels and disappeared into his office. Door closed. Window gone, she didn't sleep. At 1:37 a.m., she crept down the service stairs, hid a pocket recorder beneath a planter angled at the study wall, and prayed they'd speak Russian again. Next morning, she served coffee with a practiced smile. Elaine never met her eyes. Mark was gone. Richard was in meetings. Maya slid a folded note beneath Richard's espresso cup. "Don't board Tuesday. Danger at sea. Someone who sees." She walked away before fear could pull her back. Evening news. Private yacht capsized off Key West. No bodies. Victim believed to be Richard Walsh. Elaine wept theatrically in the sitting room. Maya watched from the laundry. Phone buzzing. "Unknown number. You sent the note. Yes. Thank you. I'm safe. We need to talk." She dropped the phone. The storm had missed him. Something new was starting. Morning after the capsizing, the estate wore mourning like a costume. Blinds drawn, lilies everywhere, music band. Elaine in black satin, lipstick perfect, eyes dry. Maya folded monogrammed sheets in the laundry, replaying the Russian in her head. If he dies offshore, the ocean buries the questions. Richard's text came at noon. Alive, watching. She had stepped past invisible. That afternoon, she slipped into Richard's office. Cedar, paper, money. She opened the desk drawer, found the leather folder. Real estate contracts, share transfers, one page screaming 47% of Walsh Biomed to an offshore trust in Mark Petrov's name, signed Elaine Walsh. The door clicked shut behind her. "Looking for something?" Maya turned slowly, cloth raised. "Just a smudge on the lamp." "We have schedules," Elaine said, heels ticking closer. "You keep to yourself. Good, but quiet people still echo." Maya met her gaze and held it. Elaine's smile flickered, then died. That night, Maya locked herself in, opened the safe under her luggage, grandmother's Russian notebook, flash drive, sealed envelope. "If anything happens to me, give this to someone who still believes in good." She transcribed the recording. Timestamps, laughter, the way Elaine said, "No one questions a widow." Next day, she slid a second envelope under Richard's downtown office door. Full translation, one line. "She's moving fast. You should too." MW 3 hours later. "Where did you learn Russian?" "My grandmother." "Words save lives. We need to talk discreetly." Greenhouse midnight. Richard under the fig trees, dressed in black, calm but lethal. "I thought you were loyal to her." I was loyal to truth. Why now? Because you were worth saving. He showed her the trust documents. Real. 6 months in motion. I canceled the trip because of a note under my coffee. Why risk it? No one else would have warned you. Back in her room, she exhaled for the first time in days. Every breath Elaine took from now on would be evidence. 4:45 a.m., the hour the ocean should have claimed him. Gray sky, restless tide. Instead, Richard stood in his Austin office, blinds closed, sailing gear untouched. News called him presumed dead. Elaine rehearsed grief on camera. Maya watched from the supply closet, heart drumming. That evening, Richard walked into a D.C. federal office with 2 agents. Quiet investigation launched. Back home, Elaine's commands sharpened. Where's Maya? Laundry, ma'am. Elaine marched in. You were off. Swapped with Denise. You always appear when things break. I clean messes better when they're fresh. The stare lasted too long. Elaine left. Maya kept folding. Note under her door. We're moving. Don't trust anyone. R. She looked in the mirror, apron, bun, eyes older than 28. Not a hero. Just done hiding. Richard traced discrepancies. Elaine's unauthorized signatures. Mark's Cayman flights. Maya's transcript, the match that lit the fuse. 3 nights later. Greenhouse again. I'm officially dead, Richard said. FBI backs the story. We watch what they do when they think I'm gone. Elaine filed for emergency board control today. Expected. She meets Mark tomorrow. Chapman Hotel, 1406. You sure? She said it while I vacuumed. He almost smiled. You were always there. That's why I was useful. Until now. Next day, Elaine left at noon, black SUV, no pretense. Maya dialed Richard's secure line. It's time. Across town, Richard closed his laptop. Someone's empire was about to drown, room 1406. Elaine on the balcony, cigarette glowing. Mark shirtless, bourbon neat. They bought it. Not everyone. The maid's too present. She's nobody. Those are the ones you fear. 3 blocks away, Maya sat with Agent Morales, flash drive on the table. Tuesday, 6:40 a.m., Russian. Planned maritime accident. Nickname Richie Boy only Mark uses. Morales raised a brow. Made with linguistics. Grandmother was professor. I kept learning. Estate meeting that night. Elaine to staff. Tighter security, east wing off limits, Maya to basement room. Maya nodded. She'd already copied everything. Note from teenager on bike. Delay her till Friday. If she suspects, she vanishes. Next morning, Maya brewed weak coffee, ruined a silk scarf. Elaine erupted, banished her upstairs. Maya had already planted a second drive in the closet vent. Thursday board meeting. Elaine in charcoal, veil pinned. Transfer control to me. Richard's absence hurts morale. Young member. Need proof of death. Coast Guard declaration imminent. Her phone buzzed. He knows. Back home, a glass shattered. Elaine's panic sharp, then silence. Maya scrubbed dishes, humming jazz, smiling small. Friday, 9:54 a.m., notary, due at 10. Maya carried coffee, envelope between napkins. Your coffee, ma'am. Elaine obsessed over 40 pages, posthumous clause waiting. Notary arrived. Maya knocked. Dog in pantry, ma'am. Security footage, Elaine cursed. Left. Maya slid yellow note onto notary folder. Do not validate. Mr. Walsh alive. Fraud. Notary closed folder. Procedural issue, Monday. Elaine returned raging. What did you say? Just the pantry. You're lying. I'm cleaning. Elaine stormed off. Call from Morales. Delayed. Walsh delivered second folder. Shell companies, bribes, pre-signed death docs. Midnight, Maya on windowsill. Grandmother's envelope open. Stand where no one expects. Speak quietly. Be the storm that doesn't shout. Saturday, 8:12 a.m., Richard as Michael Blake in private archives. Financial autopsy of betrayal. Maya watched Elaine hum. Relaxed, victory close. Encrypted text, today, 4 p.m. Chapman 603, cameras on. R. Elaine arrived. Blazer sharp. Mark waiting. Board's mine tomorrow. I want Maya gone. Room wired. Surveillance van. Richard beside Morales' jaw iron, estate dusk. Maya. Dinner's ready. Elaine. Ever had a job bigger than you? I think I'm in one now. Don't disappoint. Night call. Richard. Tape's done. 48 hours to Attorney General. You okay? Not sure. But I know what to do. And me? You're why I'm here. Stay close. Maya in kitchen, light flickering, grandmother's words in pocket. Room 1406, warmer. Elaine pacing, wine. Mark scrolling. Knock, 3 taps. Richard in overcoat, stubble, alive. Elaine's glass trembled. Mark leapt. Don't, Richard said, closing door. Recorder played their voices. Every plan, every laugh. Elaine dropped glass. Shards. 3 hours of this. FBI has it all. This is courtesy. Mark slumped. Elaine mascara streaking. Richard left. Elevator down. Exhale, FBI office. Warrants live estate library. Maya felt the shift before the alert. Elaine Walsh arrested. Conspiracy. Attempted homicide. Levels 27 p.m. Knock Richard. You saved me. I listened. I'll never forget. People like me don't get remembered. You will. 3 days later, Richard signed divorce, dissolved Mark's shares. Maya packed 1 duffel, grandmother's photo wrapped in towel, study. You're really leaving? Never meant to stay. He offered envelope. She took it, not the job. Outside, driver opened door. No detours, courthouse. Elaine gray suit, no tears. Tapes played. I twitched diner. Maya stirred coffee. News, Walsh clears name. Waitress. Wild. Something like that. Guest room empty, note on pillow, remember how it started. Trust slowly. M.W. Richard slipped it behind ID 1 year later. Estate quieter. M.W. Initiative scholarships.